Hey guys, DasBoSchitt's here. Well, as promised, the computer arrived and I'm going to be showing it to you. Now, for those of you who don't know, the computer situation was in a bit of trouble. I was on a computer that was extremely old and failing after a good 5 or 6 years of loyal service. And I opened PayPal donations, and everybody came through within 50 minutes to the goal of $2,000, which turned out to be $2,300 by the time I was able to actually shut it down in time. So the computer is here. It's been here for a couple of days. It's just been a matter of actually getting the time to film it and get the video feed off of my phone, which once again is just going to be a temporary setup until I can get an actual camera worth a damn. Anyway, so I will go ahead and show you the old computer first, and then the new computer that you guys made possible. So let's take a look. And there you have it. As you can tell, the case looks like shit, and there's a reason for that. The case is actually pretty much 10 years old. It's older than the computer itself. Back then, about 5 years ago, I bought this computer on a budget of about $1,000 or so, and a lot of these parts inside the computer, as well as the case itself, is actually secondhand. I've had this case a whole lot longer, and it was a much lesser computer at the time. In there right now, I believe, is the AMD Phenom, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Phenom 8450 with a tri-core processor in there. The video card, of course, is a GeForce 480, GTX. And yeah, pretty much you can see that there is no side door on there because, yeah, the fan network went out. This back fan here died a couple months back. This inside fan works fine, but the fan inside of the side of the case was no longer good. It's a little dusty because it's kind of been in the closet for about a week now. Anyway, the top of the case dented because of a fender bender on the way to a LAN party. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, so about, I want to say 2 months ago, I went from 8 gigs of RAM to 4 gigs of RAM after some ports started dying on the motherboard, which, again, I bought secondhand. And it, I'm surprised it even lasted as long as it did. But, 5 years is pretty good for a secondhand motherboard. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the new computer that you guys helped make possible. That's better. Well, there you go. That was bought with the entirety of the the entirety of the $2,300 budget that you guys helped make possible. I couldn't have done that without your guys' help because recently I had a terrible engine blowout in my car. It costed about $800 to fix the damn thing. So, a lot of people would say, oh, you should have saved up for several months and then just did it yourself. I couldn't have done that. Stuff keeps happening around here to the point where my expenses have to keep going to repairing things. So it's just, it wouldn't have happened without your guys' help. The specs are quite new to me right now, but all of the specs are going to be put down in the video description down below. So no complaining if I didn't mention anything. But I can tell you right now, this thing cools like a mofo, and I don't know if anybody uses that terminology anymore, who knows. But right now, everything is pretty top-notch in there. Again, take a look for the specs in the video description yourself, and see if it is up to what you guys would consider good. I don't know a lot of you eggheads out there, but everybody's got opinions. So, there's that. And this is exciting. I mean, I've already tested it out, on Crisis for a little bit. The game ain't that great, but, it's still good. Runs like a charm, and with that in mind, I would really like to get started on some Garry's Mod content in 1080p, without any more editing trickery to mask the fact that Garry's Mod can no longer film under 30 frames per second. It was embarrassing. It really was. So, the old computer, I'm just going to be holding on to it as a dedicated server or a spare computer, whichever. But for now, this is the new computer I'm going to be using to bring in you content with, and I'm excited. I want to get started on a Garry's Mod project right away. In fact, I already have. It's just a matter of getting the tools in place right now. Getting all those tools back that you've had for 5 years. Sometimes you forget you've had them after a while. So, all right. Well, there you have it. The new computer made possible by you guys, the donators. Now, there were a lot of people who really did donate a lot more than I had thought, and I did give them the offer to write their own Idiot Box skit and everything for me to film. And no one accepted. So I'd really do I really do want to thank you a lot for making that possible. So if you do wind up having something that you need from me, again, go ahead, send me a private message with your email so I can confirm that it was you and we can figure out something. Now, in terms of quitting the job that I had mentioned before, some weird stuff had come up with how YouTube is handling monetization right now. I can't really go into too much details about how I make or anything like that, but let's just say it's not exactly livable in terms of doing it full-time, at least not right now, not until YouTube gets its stuff together, or whether or not it actually will. Ross Scott did some research with graphs and everything like that, and if you want to check out the link in the video description, he provides a lot of information prior to his quitting of machinima.com. So YouTube is going through a lot of some really strange changes, and monetization ain't what it used to be. And so if you want to take a look at it, it's pretty concerning for people like me who plan to do this in a full-time job, because stuff is... It's sketchy right now. So I'm worried, to say the least. I might not quit right away, but I might actually do like maybe part-time of the security job right now, so I can actually focus on making videos commonly without completely quitting the job. And if it doesn't work out, I can at least go full-time, whatever. But anyway, that aside, this is about you guys, and I wanted to thank you again very, very much for making this possible. I couldn't have done it myself again. So that's all I got for you. So I'm hoping you guys enjoy the next batch of Gmod content I have. I've had lots of ideas in the coming month or so. Idiot Box episode is on the way, and I don't see myself quitting the series anytime soon. I mean, if you could see the list I make up of the ideas on my phone, it's there's quite a bit to go through. Anyway, so thanks again. I'll see you next time.